BookTube, my name is Rayven and I've been meaning to make this video for a while now, but I just haven't had the gumption or the guts to do so. Anywho, and this is going to be the first video of mine and my cousin's BookTube channel. This is just the bookshelf tour of my bookshelf. And so let's get started. Is my main bookshelf. It mostly has my YA and my uncompleted series. And on my first shelf I have the Shadow and Bones, Siege and Storm, Rune and Rising series, along with the Language of Thorns, which I think this shelf also has the Terry Brooks Kingdom of Landover series. And technically the first book I have has the first 3 books in it, which is The Kingdom for Sale Sold, The Black Unicorn, and Wizard at Large. And then The Tangled Box, Witch's Brew, A Princess of Landover, which is currently the last book, but I haven't heard anything of him coming out with more books. Next I have the Fallen series by Lauren Kate. First is Fallen, then Torment, then Passion, Fallen in Love, which is technically 3.5, Rapture, and then we move on to the Last Herald Mage trilogy by Mercedes Lackley. The first book is Magic's Pawn, then Magic's Promise, and then Magic's Price. They have pretty interesting covers. I haven't read them yet. And then I have the duology of Within Incarceron, and I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna ruin it, by Catherine Fisher. The next duology I have is Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendar Blake, which is followed by A Girl of Nightmares. I also have The Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night. I haven't read these either yet, but I was recommended to read them by on the shelf reader. I have a little teacup plate that I got for my 16th birthday party, as well as my grandmother's jewelry box that sings a song. Anywho, but the next book series I have is Hush Hush Crescendo, Silence and Finale by Becca Fitzpatrick. And then I have the Chemical Gardens trilogy by Lauren DeStefano, which starts with Wither, and then Fever, and then Seether. The next trilogy I have is The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong, which is followed by The Awakening and The Reckoning. The next series I have is the complete Rayven cycles, books 1, 2, 3, and 4, which starts off with The Ravens Boys, The Dream Thieves, Blue Lily, Lily Blue, and finally The Raven King. The next books I have are Grave Mercy, Dark Triumph, Immortal Heart, all by Robin Lefebvre. And I think this book looks really interesting. They were on sale at Half Price Books for $1 in their clearance section, so I went ahead and picked up all 3. The series I have is by Scott Westerfield. It's The Uglies. And I haven't read it yet, and it really bothers me that this first book is not the same as the other one. But it goes Uglies, Pretties, Specials, and then Extras. Next on my shelf I have Daughter of Smoke and Bone and Days of Blood and Starlight by Lanny Taylor. However, I have not read them, nor do I own all 3 of the books, but I'm excited to get to read them. Third shelf I have a wooden bowl that my brother made for me at school. And then I have a Six Flags Magic Penny. And then I have a vase, which one of my friends gave to me while I was at the hospital. And then I have the Cassandra Clare books that my mother has given in to me. And on the Clockwork series, there's 3 books. It starts with the Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and the Clockwork Princess. And then, of course, the 6 books of the Mortal Instrument series, which starts off with City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, and City of Heavenly Fire. And then I have the Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows books, and I really like the cover on these, and I'm really excited. The Wickedly Lovely series by Melissa Marr, which starts off with Wickedly Lovely, and then is followed by Ink Exchange, Fragile Eternity, Radiant Shadows, and Darkest Mercy. On my 4th shelf, I have my incense burner, and then a stuffed reindeer that I received at the hospital with the sequins that change. I think it's pretty cool. But I have by James Dasher, The Maze Runner, followed by The Scorch Trials and The Death Cure. And there are 2 other books that are out by him for this series. I just don't remember what they're called right now. And then I have A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, which is followed by A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Rings and Ruin. And then I have The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson, and the second book in that trilogy, which is called The Crown
Dark
of Crowns by Kendra Blake, along with One Dark Throne. And then I have The Tiger's Curse by Colleen Hook, as well as The Tiger's Quest. And I got those books because my best friend, who's currently in Idaho, recommended
On
them.
my
fifth shelf, I have Caravel by Stephanie Garber, The Cruel Prince,
The Dark
by
Days
Holly
Club
Black, by Allison Goodman, The Tempest and Slaughter by Tamora Pierce, The Weight of Feathers by Anne-Marie McLemore, The Bone Witch by Rain Chupico, and The Lost Causes by Jessica Eating and Alyssa Schwartz, which kind of sounds like a breakfast club, but it's really cool. I picked it up at Barnes & Noble. Next I have Dead Beautiful by Yvonne Woon, and I have Evermore by Alyssa Noel, and then I have The Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Road, following that second book in that series, Rebel Springs. And then I have the first book, The Unbecoming of Marla Dreyer by Michelle Schusterman. And then I have Splintered by A.J. Howard, which is like an Alice in Wonderland. And then I have The Warrior Heir by Cinda Chima. I have The Diabolic by S.J. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. Kincaid, I'm gonna butcher it. And then I have Hold Me Like a Breath by Tiffany Schmidt. I'm pretty sure that's not how you pronounce that name. Sorry, guys. I'm really bad with pronouncing things. And I have The Zodiac by Romina Russell. And I got this book at Book Outlet for $2. And it's in pretty decent shape, but it was one of those scratch and dent copies, so it has some dents. And then I have Teardrop by Lauren Kate, and Etiquette and Espionage by Gail Cargier, The Selection by Kiera Cass, The Hollow by Jessica Verde, and then of course I have Dragon Age, The Stolen Throne by David. Random side note, one of my favorite YA trilogies is, I read this during high school, and it's by Carrick O'Brien, and it's the Birthmark trilogy, which starts off with Bookmarked, and then Prized. Over here at my 6 Cubes cubicle, on this shelf I have all my standalone books. The first two are We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, and then Black Ice Night Magic by Avi, Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini, The Replacement by Brianna, Sparked by Helena E. and Milena Waterrose, Secrets We Keep by Trisha They Lever, Both Die at the End by Adam Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Jumper by M.G. I'm sorry, I really do not know how to pronounce The Night Circus by Aaron Morgenstern, Cruel Beauty by Rusmin Confessions of a Murder Suspect by James Patterson and Maxine Petra. On Child by Keith Donahue. Next I have Delirium by Lauren Oliver, followed by Pandemonium and Requiem, completing that trilogy. And then I have Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rush, which is also followed by Ice Like Fire and Frost Like Night. And then I have the All Crate exclusive cover for the Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. And personally, I like the original cover better, but green's a good color too. On this final cube that has books on my shelf, I have the Sarah J. Maas Throne of Glass series, which has Throne of Glass, Crown at Midnight, Heir of Fire, Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms, and Tower of Dawn, which was just published sometime this year. And in this box, I have the book series that I lend out to people. So I put just the rest of the series in this box. And I've lent out the Red Queen, which is the first book of the Red Queen book series, which is the 4th book. And the 4th book is being published in May, so I'm really excited. But anywho, the first book is Red Queen, then Glass Sword, and then King's Cage. And the Cruel Crown is just 2 side stories. And then I have the Eon duology. The first book is Eon, and the second one is Eona by Allison Goodman. I Hunt Killers by Barry Lyga. And Embrace by Jessica Shervington. And final shelf is my poetry shelf. And I have Elidonic by R.H. Sin, Planting Gardens in Graves, A Beautiful Composition of Broken, Rest in the Morning, Whiskey Words in the Shovel, Volume 1, 2, and 3. Then I have Born to Love, Cursed to Feel by Samantha King, Black Butterfly by Robert M. Drake, Stuff I've Been Feeling Lately by Alicia Cook, Love and Misadventures by Langley Eve, Lullabies by Langley Eve, The Sun and Her Flowers by Ruby Carr, The Road Between Courtney Peppermill, I Wrote This for You by Ian S. Thomas. And then I have Yours Truly by Amanda Headley. This was self-published, and you can only buy this on Amazon. The Princess Saves Herself in This One by Amanda Lovelace. And Memories by Langley Eve. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.